In the previous video, we included the Angular architecture diagram with service related details. With inclusion of service, the architecture diagram for Angular is now completed. In this video, we will compare and analyze this architecture diagram with the original architecture diagram from Angular documentation. This is the scaled down version of the Angular architecture diagram that is built gradually as part of this Angular course. This is the architecture diagram from Angular documentation which I have picked up from angular.io. Now we will start comparing the diagrams. The composition of modules and components are represented here in the original diagram. The equivalent part in our diagram is the representation of composition of modules, components, directives, pipes, and services in an Angular application. In the original diagram, this is where component and its interaction with HTML template is represented. In our diagram, it is represented over here and it additionally represents all possible interactions between HTML template and component class with respective characters in the HTML template syntax. In the original diagram, this is where directive is represented. In our diagram, it is represented over here. In the original diagram, this is where injector and services are represented. In our diagram, it is represented over here. Pipes are not represented in the original diagram. In our diagram, it is represented over here and it also includes information that the pipes are included within interpolation. In the original diagram, metadata is represented next to component and directive. Metadata refers to information about a component and a directive. In our diagram, metadata is not directly represented, but the metadata details are specifically represented, which I will mention now. The metadata of a directive is its selector, which is represented over here. The metadata of a component is its selector, HTML template, and style. The HTML template and style of a component are represented in the diagram, but selector is not represented, which we can include it now. Let me bring up the diagram to the entire screen. I am including selector for a component within our diagram adjacent to styles. With this change, we can see all the aspects represented in the original architecture diagram from Angular documentation is also represented in our diagram. Now our architecture diagram is complete and this will be the final version of the diagram in our course. You can use this diagram as your reference in the future to quickly recollect the features of Angular, and it can also be used as a quick reference before taking up an interview. From the next video onwards, we will start learning about HTTP client.